Good morning, it's Wednesday. Happy new comic book day to the webheads out there. Hopefully everyone's having a nice morning. It's very chilly here in Central Florida. I'm definitely not used to it. So hopefully you guys find everything at the comic shop and more. So I'm going to go inside. We're going to see what I pick up this week. I think there's a lot of new number ones coming out, and we'll see what I get. So I'll see you in a second. Welcome to Spider Slayer's Comic Book Haul, fans. This is episode 614, the video series where each and every week I share with you what I pick up at my local comic book shop, which is Comic Central, located in the city of Sanford. So if you guys are ever in the Central Florida area, why don't you stop by, tell them Mike Spider Slayer sent you. They'll provide you with, of course, a mysterious black bag, great customer service, nice selection of things to choose from. So before we dive into this haul officially, guys, I gotta give a quick shout out to my main man, Mark Spears, who has a Kickstarter called Mark Spears Monsters Comics 1 through 8. I have a preview video to show you, so let's go ahead, let's check it out and enjoy. So if you guys are interested in backing the project, there is a link in my description box below. I don't think you'll be disappointed. All right, so here we go. Mysterious black bag. Inside, of course, are those comic books. Let's check it out. I don't think it's a very heavy week, not compared to Thanksgiving week. Here is the stack. Not too bad, right? All right, so let's check out the already bagged and boarded comics that I picked up. So the first thing I wound up getting was The Amazing Spider-Man issue 205. I was gonna buy this last week, but I thought I had this in my collection, and I didn't. People tell me you should use an app to catalog your comics, Mike Spider Slayer, and I'm just too lazy to do it. I feel like I don't have time. But if anything, I feel like I should at least do it on my Amazing Spider-Man books. But anyway, really cool looking book. It's in great shape. I paid $13 for it. It's a Black Cat issue. So yes, totally excited for that. Then I wound up getting the Amazing Spider-Man issue. I don't even know what issue we're on. Oh, sorry. The Amazing Spider-Man Gang War First Strike. This is issue 1. This is the 1 in 25. I paid $12.99 for this comic book. I thought it was kind of cool to see all the mobsters on there, and we get to see Spider-Man and Miles Morales. I thought it was cool, a nice little grab in a light comic book week. All right, so now we go on forward to the new comics that came out this week. So the first thing I'm going to show off is Penguin. This is issue 4. Nice little cover right there as he's in his ice lounge. This book is written by Tom King. Very curious to see what you guys think of this book right now. This reminds me of a hotel in Vegas, right? Have you guys been to Vegas? I've been there once on my honeymoon like 20 years ago. I stayed at the Mandalay Bay. You got Penguin living it up there, so pretty cool artwork. All right, and then we have Green Arrow issue 6, a really solid book here. Ollie has been all over the place, and he's been kind of guided by Parallax, and we run into different versions of Oliver Queen in this title, and I think it's been pretty cool. I think it's been awesome to see the Arrow family, if that's what you want to call them. Great artwork, very bright and vibrant. I would love for this book to actually cross paths between Green Arrow, kind of relive those old days, right? So definitely a nice little book right here. Here is the book that I'm totally like so on the fence about. Definitely we'll talk about this on Worthy Ones this week. Sorry I did not have an episode last week, but it was Thanksgiving. But we will talk about this one, Titans Beast World. Now, when it comes to this book, guys, I am just sticking with the main event this time. I'm not going into the whole like I did with Night Terrors and then I was disappointed. I think I'll be fine with this 4-issue mini and just go there. I'm not that big of a, Titans fan to the point where I need to read everything and anything Titans. At least this version of Titans anyway, right? Good looking artwork. Could be a strong kickoff to an event, but I don't know. We'll see where it goes, right? Then I want to get an Edenwood issue 2. There is a lot of stuff that happened in Edenwood issue 1. It takes place in a world where a lot of different things happen. Time takes place differently, and look, they have to explain a lot what's going on in this book. And so this one is written by Tony S. Daniel, and I'm pretty sure it's drawn by him as well. But it was a story about a woman who went missing because she went looking for her dog, and this kid went looking for him, and he winds up becoming like this next like demon slayer type of creature. Very interesting story. I'm so curious on the development on where this goes. So there's that, Edenwood issue 2. Then, this is cool, Marvel Zombies issue 2. I got the variant cover on this one because it was on my top 10 comic book covers of the week, and it's just a gruesome looking cover, especially when you have it in person. It looks absolutely amazing here. First issue was fun, man. We had a story of Daredevil, we had a story of Spider-Man, we had a story with Moon Knight. This time it looks like we have a story of like Fantastic Four. And looks like Reed is like becoming a zombie in this one and he's dying. So I don't know, man. That looks like it could be fun. All right. And then I wound up getting Predator vs. Wolverine issue 3. What was this, the tipping scale for me to continue this? Well, it was issue 2. I thought issue 2 was really well done. I thought the artwork was awesome. The action, the pacing was good. And I think this time it takes place during the Weapon X time, and you can see that in the art that I'm showing you here, which I think could be a lot of fun when it comes to Wolverine versus a Predator. So cool stuff there. Then we have another new number 1. We have X-Men Blue. This is Origins. This is continuing off of Uncanny Spider-Man. Where we're getting more, I guess, backstory when it comes to Mystique and Nightcrawler. I guess this is supposed to retell the origin of these characters. I don't know if we really need that, right? I think people might disagree, but I am interested because this Uncanny Nightcrawler series has been actually a lot of fun, and I want to see, what it has to offer. So, I don't know. All right, then we have another new number 1. We have Gang War Spider-Woman issue 1. I'm a fan of Jessica Drew. Really looking forward to seeing her involvement in the gang war. I'm happy that she is back in her classic costume here. Trying to see if we can get some better artwork instead of some random scientist dudes just standing around doing shit. No, it looks like we got Captain Marvel in here. So we got that. Good facial expressions. Characters look nice. So we'll see. We'll see how it all connects together. Then I wound up getting this variant cover. This was on my top 10 comic book covers of the week also. Gorgeous looking cover. Really pops, right? And then I got Something is Killing the Children. This is issue 35. So it looks like everything's going to come to a head now when it comes to Erica Slaughter versus Cutter. She's the one that's been after Erica Slaughter this entire time. And it's kind of like Erica's been, I don't know, mentally preparing herself to do battle against this chick. And I can't wait to see what this is, man. It looks very intense, right? Like right from the start here. Like, look at that. That's crazy. I cannot wait for this book. I know a lot of people have fallen off this book, but honestly, guys, I think it's been good. I really have. I just maybe think maybe people were reading it or buying it for spec purposes and overlooking the story, but I still think the story is actually really awesome. And then we got Miles Morales Spider-Man. This is issue 12. Same thing, gang war is coming. This is going to be the conclusion to Miles teaming up with Blade. I haven't been really, I want to say, keen on that story as he's fighting this, I forgot that speedster's name. She's now become a vampire. But I'm just getting through this because, again, I have every issue of this series, and the next thing is going to lead into gang war. Overall, besides this Blade story, I feel like Miles Morales Spider-Man is much improved, and Cody Ziegler has done a pretty solid job on this. And then with that, I wound up getting the variant cover, the Spider-Man 2 game, the biomechanical suit variant. Look at that. That's pretty cool as well. All right, guys. So now it's time for those webhead shoutouts.
First, we have Danny, who's showing off these original, I would say, hologram or foil covers with these 1990 Robin books. These are awesome. I have a lot of these in my personal collection as well. Definitely bringing back some memories. Thank you so much, Danny, for sharing. Then we have Ron, who recently picked up some amazing Spider-Man books. Some keys, some are not, but no matter what, they look absolutely great. I need some of these books, especially that first appearance of Punisher, man. I don't know if I'll ever get that one, but maybe one day. Then we have Jonathan, longtime supporter of the channel, and he's just showing off this badass Angela cover. I think this was Marvel Voices, if I stand corrected. Absolutely beautiful. You gotta love the detail that goes into that cover. And then we have Michael, who's sharing off his Black Friday pickups, 25% off. The Omnibus wasn't his first choice, but the original one he wanted was sold, so he wound up getting this one. Guys, let me know in the comments below what Black Friday deals you got this past weekend. And if you want to become part of the Facebook group, just come right on over to Facebook, search for Comic Book Corner 2.0 Webheads Unite. Answer the few questions and follow the guidelines and the rules of the group, and then you will be approved, and then you'll be part of this wonderful and amazing group discussing about, obviously, maybe comic book supplies, talking about movies, talking about your collections, stuff like that. I wasn't expecting that one. Okay, well, I'll talk about that stuff too. You know, all kinds of things within reason. And of course, guys, you never know when you can get shouted out on future hauls.
So we're back to finish up the haul, and we have Gang War Luke Cage. So Luke Cage has been behind the desk playing Mayor now for quite a while. So I'm curious to see if he gets behind that desk and involves himself in the gang war. So here's some of the artwork in here. This is one of the lower ones, the lower spin-offs that I'm going to be reading. But yeah, it looks like he's getting himself involved, right? He's no longer a paper pusher. He's ripped his shirt. That means it's serious, guys. Can't wait for this one. Let's see. All right, and then we have Howard the Duck issue 1. I have no idea. It's celebrating, I guess, 50 years of Howard the Duck. I think it's an anthology book, because look at all the creators that are behind this. Probably a bunch of short stories. Spider-Man, The Watcher, I guess, kind of. Yeah, this is going to be a goofy book. Yeah, so there's that. I don't know. We'll see. I have really nothing to say about it. All right, and then I have Robert Kirkman and Chris Samney's Firepower. This is the penultimate issue. This is issue 29. Issue 28 was dark, or deep, emotional, right? When it comes to a loss of a family member in that last issue. And Robert Kirkman does that every so often, right? And now it looks like, you know, we're finally gonna do final battles against this freaking dragon that they've been battling for Lord knows how long, and this dude with the snakes around his body, like, that's been going on for way too long, and that's what's dragged this book down a little bit. But I don't know, we'll see how it concludes. I remember when this first was released by trade, that very introduction story, it was so good and so immersive in the world, and Owen Johnson's training was so great. It really did remind me of Invincible, and then it just like stopped. It was like Chris Samney was doing all the work by telling the story through his art, and it just seems like one story arc all the way through. But last issue was an emotional gut punch. So again, we'll see how this whole thing concludes after the next issue. All right, and then I wound up getting The Amazing Spider-Man Gang War First Strike, the main cover, done by yours truly, John Romita Jr. Artwork in this one, though, looks good. So it's not John Romita Jr. that does the interiors on this. I'm sure he's returning for The Amazing Spider-Man. And I'm sure this is the thing that will truly kick off the gang war, because the Beetle is going to want revenge for whoever put the hit on Tombstone during the wedding. So I think that's going to be interesting. And then I wound up getting this other random variant, which I thought was kind of cool. I like the colors here. They kind of pop. The trade dress looks nice. Kind of got the splatter there. So that looks kind of cool also. And then I got another Spider-Man 2 variant. This is the Red Spectre suit. So in case you wanted to see the suit there. So that's pretty neat as well. All right, so there you guys have it. There's the haul for the week. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I think this will be an easy week for me to get through these books. I'm kind of excited, right? All right, guys, so let me know again what you bought in the comments section below. If you love my content, I'm going to leave you my top 10 most anticipated comics for next week so you can prepare. And of course, guys, as always, support the local comic shops. Keep buying, keep collecting. But always remember, read the comics. Guys, I'll see you real soon. Take care. Bye.